Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we are going to learn about Mathematics Form 4, which is Chapter 2, Number Bases. As you all know, number bases is the number that have base. For example, 2 for base 2, 10 base 2, and the others is 1001 base 2. For base 3, 21 base 3, 1201 base 3. For base 4, 23 base 4, and 213 base 4. For base 5, 41 base 5, and 342 base 5. For base 6, 35 base 6, and 4510 base 6. And lastly, base 7, which is 647 base 7 and 463 base 7. So we go to the next. For section 2, we are going to learn about state the place value of each digit. The question is, state the place value of number below. The number below is 6231 base 8. For the first step, we have to identify the place value of each number. So 6231 is divided into different place value. For 6 is 8 to the power of 3. 2 is 8 squared. 3 is the power of 8, and 1 is 8 to the power of 0. Each value doesn't have the same value, which is the number cannot be replaced or different. For example, 1 is 8 to the power of 0. It can't be the power of 8 or 8 squared or 8 cubed. It has to be 8 because it is situated at the last digit of all of the rest, which is 8 to the power of 0. To be more easy, the number behind the very behind number must start with 0 and will be followed by 8 to the power of 1, 8 to the power of 2, and 8 to the power of 3. It also happens in other number bases. State the value of the digit. So we have 340 base 5 for the first example. So first step, we have to identify the bases in base 5. So we have to arrange them from lower to higher. So 5 to the base of 0 is situated at 0. 5 to the base of 1, so base 5 is situated at number 4. So 5 to the power of 2 is situated at 3. So how to calculate this is by calculate them into the brackets. So 0 times 5 to the power of 0 plus 4 to the power of 5 plus 3 to the power of 5 squared, and add them. So the answer is 95 power of 10. For the second example is 1506 base 8. So first step, we have to identify the place value of each digit, which is 6 is 8 to the power of 0, and 0 is to the power of 8, 5 is power of 8 squared, and 1 to the power of 8 cubed. So add them into brackets. 6 times 8 to the power of 0 plus 0 times 8 plus 5 times 8 squared and plus 1 to the power of 8 cubed. So 6 plus 0 plus 320 and plus 512. So we will get the answer 838 base 10. State the value of underlying digit. So for the first example, we have 341 base 8. So the underlying digit is on 3. So we have to do the first step. We have to identify each place value of each number of each digit. So 1 is 8 to the power of 0, 4 is 8 to the power of 1, and 3 is 8 to the power of 2. So we want to know the place value of the 3, the number 3, which is the underlying digit. So we just take the number 3 and the place value. 3 times 8 to the power of 2. So we get 192 base 10. For second example, we have 5037 base 9. So the underlying digit is 5 in base 9. So we have the digit 5 in base 9, which is 5 is 9 base 3. Why 9 base 3? Because 7 is 9 to the power of 0, 3 is 9 to the power of 1, 0 is 9 squared, and 5 is 9 to the power of 3. So from there we got that 5 is 9 to the power of 3. So to determine the place value of 5, we just have to take the place value of 5 and the number 5, which is 5 times 9 to the power of 3. So we will get the answer 3645 base 10. We are going to move to second, which is convert into base. Convert the number into other bases. The question given is convert 334 base 5 into a number in base 2. In base 2, from base 5 to base 2. So for the first step, we have to convert the number in base 5 given to number in base 10. So use the same method as before, which is identify the place value of each digit. So we have here 3 times 5 power of 0 plus 3 to the power of 5 plus 4 times 5 to the power of 2. So here we get the answer 94 to the power of 10. From the answer we got, we have to go to the next step, which is step 2. Convert the number in base 10 we got just now into base 2. So we have 3 steps actually. Convert base 5 to base 10, and then convert base 10 to base 2. After we got the answer in base 10, we have to divide the number in base 10 into the base that we want. So here we got number in base 10. So the question asks us to change the base into base 2. To change it to base 2, we have to divide the number that we got in base 10 into base 2. So here we have to divide the 94 base 10, but we don't have to write the base 10 to divide. We just have to put the number 94 and divide it by 2. Why 2? Because the question asks to change it into base 2. So we have to use number base. We have to use the 2 for divide them. We have to use number 2 to divide them. But in other question, if they ask to change or to convert the number in base 3, base 4 or base 5, we used to divide the number that they asked to convert. So here we have to divide the number like the basic method of division. So just divide, but in this process of division you have to prepare a piece of paper to make a new calculation, because this calculation may need so much calculation, so you might need to have a piece of paper. So divide 94 to 2, so we got 47.0. We have to take the points or the balance in the division, because the points is the answer for the last final answer in this base. Basically, in base 2 we will got the answer just 1 and 0, just two numbers of that. In this division, you may have or may take the balance of each division that you make, because the points or the balance are the answer. So just divide them as basically as you know, and list like this, and takes the decimal places. So the way to look the answer is look from the below to bottom, which is 0.1 to 47.0. But we just have to take the number behind the decimals, which is 101110. So from there we will get the final answer. So the final answer is 101110 to the base 2. These steps may use in other number bases also. So for now is addition and subtraction of number bases. Calculate each of the following. For the first question is 110 base 2 plus 111 base 2. So how to calculate them? Okay, we have to use the basic mathematical addition in this topic. So just add them into this. But how to calculate them? The calculation is a bit different from before, which is we have known that the last number is 0 plus 1, so we have 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. But we can't put 2 in the answer below. We have to put 0, because in this addition we cannot put the number is more than the actual base, the base given in the question. As you know, the question is in base 2, so we can't put the number more or same as 2. So the answer must be put 0 and add 1 at the top, at the next number, which is 1 plus 1 also 2. So 1 plus 1 we have 2, so we have add the number up above, so we got 11 because we have just now 1 plus 1 is 0, so we bring the 1 above, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, so 3 cannot be put, so 3 minus by 2 we have 1, and we still have the balance 1, so we just put them below. Remember, the number cannot be more than the actual base and cannot the same. As the number is more or same, you have to substitute them. If you got the answer is more than the base that are placed there, so you have to substitute the answer that you got with the base that provided. But if the number is same as the number bases, you have to put 0. So for the subtraction is 4005 base 6 minus 325 base 6. So for subtraction, we just have to use the same method as subtraction that we used to learn in primary schools, which is So 4005 minus 325 in base 6. So 5 minus 5 is 0. That's not the problem. But 0 cannot be minused by 2. So we have to borrow from the side, but the other side also 0. So we have to borrow more from the number 4. So 4 we have borrowed, so it left 3 left. So 0 we have borrowed from 4, so it will be 6. But the 0 other side is also needed, so 6 minus 1, it will be 5. So the 0 that we want will be 6. So 6 minus by 2, we got 4. So 5 minus by 3, we have 2. So number 3 minus 0, we have 3. So the final answer is 3240 base 6. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.